Good morning, everyone. Last time we were on 32, chapter 32 in the book of Job. It was the first time we heard from a young man named Elihu who was listening to Job and his three friends, and he started off on his own discourse. So, 32, he started, introduced himself. Now we're gonna get into it. He's continuing on, so we're gonna continue on in 33. Excuse me. But now, Job, listen to my words. Pay attention to everything I say. I am about to open my mouth. My words are on the tip of my tongue. My words come from an upright heart. My lips sincerely speak what I know. The Spirit of God has made me. The breath of the Almighty gives me life. Answer me then if you can. Prepare yourself and confront me. I am just like you before God. I too have been taken from clay. No fear of me should alarm you, nor should my hand be heavy upon you. He's basically saying, I'm going to ask you some questions, Job, and you should answer them. And there should be no problem with you answering them because I'm just like you. I'm a man. I'm a young man with we had Job and all his friends puffing out their chest, who they were and what they've done in their life. And this young man, Elihu's just like, I was made from clay, and you shouldn't have any fear of me to answer me. So, continuing, but you have said in my hearing, heard the very words, I am pure and without sin. I am clean and free from guilt. Yet God has found fault with me. He considers me his enemy. He fastens my feet in shackles. He keeps close watch on all my paths. But I tell you this. I tell you, in this you are not right, for God is greater than man. Why do you complain to him? That he answers none of man's words? For God does speak, now one way, now another, though man may not perceive it. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on men as they slumber in their beds, he may speak in their ears and terrify them with warnings, to turn man from wrongdoing and keep him from pride, to preserve his soul from the pit, his life from perishing by the sword, or a man may be chastened on a bed of pain with constant distress in his bones, so that his very being finds food repulsive, and his soul loathes the choicest meal. His flesh wastes away to nothing, and his bones, once hidden, now stick out. His soul draws near to the pit, and his life to the messengers of death. Wow. Yet if there's an angel on his side, as a mediator, one out of 1,000, to tell a man what is right for him, to be gracious to him and say, spare him from going down to the pit. I have found a ransom for him. Then his flesh is renewed like a child's. It is restored as in the days of his youth. He prays to God and finds favor with him. He sees God's face and shouts for joy. He is restored by God to his righteous state. Then he comes to men and says, I sinned and perverted what was right, but I did not get what I deserved. He redeemed my soul from going down to the pit, and I will live to enjoy the light. God does all these things to a man, twice, even 3 times, to turn back his soul from the pit, and the light of life may shine on him. That the light of life may shine on him, sorry. Pay attention, Job, and listen to me. Be silent, and I will speak. If you have anything to say, answer me. Speak up, for I want you to be cleared. But if not, then listen to me. Be silent, and I will teach you wisdom. So here he's saying, I'm going to tell you what God does. He's saying, sometimes God puts men and people in awful positions, and we already know that because we know God didn't do this to Job. Satan did. Sometimes he puts us in positions to turn us away from where, what he wants us to do or where we want to go. It's an interesting thing. We were talking about that at Bible study last week about God using kind of pain to turn people away from whatever wrongdoing or things they're doing wrong, turn them away and get them where he wants you to go, wants them to go, so to speak. So, and at the end here, Elihu's saying, even if he takes you towards this pit, he does redeem you. He does bring you back, and you may go through this a couple times in your life. So that's one thing that it's important for us to remember. But at the end, he's kind of getting a little snippy here, though. Too, he's got a little sass in him. He's telling Job, pay attention and listen to me. Um, Basically, shut up. I'm gonna talk, and if you have something to say or answer me, then answer me. But if not, shut your mouth. So always interesting, this book. So that was 33. Again, Elihu just keeps going on and on. He's 34, 35, 36, 37. So we have four more chapters with Elihu, and then we get to what I'm most excited about is God comes down to speak to our protagonist Job here. So this will be an interesting thing. But that's where we're at right now. I'm We're almost there. Thank you guys for sticking with me on this. I know it's not the most maybe exciting thing, or sometimes I can't get it out in a consistent basis, but I'm trying my best. So you guys have a great day. God bless you.